shill, like 2 minute shills or something
Yeah,
like that. Let me see.
yeah.
Two
I
minute.
also don't have the space recorded because I'm kind of having a day where I just speak a lot of French, if you get my drift.
Oh yes, yeah. One of those.
Sometimes you just feel that you need to say fuck a lot, right?
I hear it.
In the good, in the best way possible. Hey,
Yeah.
have you looked at my video I made?
Oh my gosh, dude, I'm in love with it. Because today I was running a little bit behind. I was having one of those mornings where I had a million things to do before the show. So, but one of the things I did do was sign on and check to see if you had a good morning post or like a newer post. Strangely enough, and yeah, it's like the Matrix. It had like a green Matrix, the optimized one, correct?
Yep, yep, yep,
Yeah, that thing was hard. Okay. Uh, this doesn't look like you did it in Kling 2.1, did you?
yep.
Oh, you did? Okay. Cool.
Yeah, I did it
Cool.
in clean.
I wasn't sure for a
And
second. I thought you may have been testing one of my video generators because the way that
no,
it's sequenced, I was like, oh shit. I thought that maybe you used one of my
no, no.
generators,
You
but
can make on open art. You can make now
mm-hmm.
movies in very different styles, explanation videos,
Yeah.
vlogs, whatever.
This one you had adjusted some of the settings. Then you must have.
No,
No, it's
no.
okay. Okay, cool. So
One
this what
prompt.
you did
Yeah,
this. Wow. Okay, this looks.
one prompt.
It's just so
I
much.
just
Mm-hmm.
I explained every scene that I wanted in there.
Yeah, it's
Just an
crazy.
extensive prompt.
It's
Yeah.
crazy. You know, it's such a fine line because sometimes when you're like writing the prompt or whatever, you're like, ooh, I don't know if it's going to understand this or it might misinterpret this. But if you get your syntax correctly so that the AI can understand basically, the
Yes.
subject and then the and the adjectives in the correct order, there is kind of like a balance and a fine line. And as you excel and get better at that, it's like it's such a rewarding feeling when you get like the result and it's like dialed into what your expectations were, and it's like yes, it's such a gratifying feeling. Or at least I love it. So that very nice work. I love the video. Ooh, I think I may have just noticed an issue with it, which is small. It looks like she may have too many fingers. Let me double check that when because I'm just a freak. Because I just like to, see.
Hmm.
I like to assess like how good. Okay, let me see right here. When she crosses her fingers, one, two, three, four, five. It looks like she has five fingers and a thumb. It's very difficult to even tell that one, two, three,
Yeah.
four.
I
That
didn't see it. I was looking for it, but I didn't see it.
it's
I
yeah.
bet you
It's
most of the people
no,
won't. So.
no one will notice that. No one will notice that. I just like to look for hallucinations to see, because it's showing us how far we're coming. It's really kind of like a metric to see how much AI is improving. Really, it's. I'm not trying to hate on the video. I think that the video is amazing, especially because there's so many different scenes that it's covering. Like I'm not just saying this to be like to save face, but I was very impressed with it. The fact that, and then the fact that it has the word optimize come up and there's no hallucinations with that. That's another hurdle that's like difficult for it to
Yeah.
do. The
To
three,
do.
yeah,
That's why I like
mhm.
open art because
Yeah,
it's really, really good with words.
yeah, yeah. But it
Really, really
depends on the
good.
model though. If you're using WAN,
No,
or you're
it's not.
using C Dance or Hyulu, some of the other funny named models, the text sometimes comes out like gibberish and like Russian characters and
Yeah.
all sorts of weird stuff. But that's to be expected. And the thing is you learn how to navigate that by, maybe if you're trying to make a video and you want to make it on the cheap and the video is turning out great, but the text is not, you can always save that video locally, open it up in CapCut, and then in CapCut you can add the text overlays and all that stuff, and actually have it tuned in, dialed in exactly how you like it. So that's what I do is I make a lot of videos and then I import them into CapCut, which is a free video editing program that the free version of it is like it's so amazing. Have you used CapCut for anything by chance?
No,
It's
I'm just
handy.
using this web in my. You know that I'm not. I don't have the time
Yeah, I
to
hear
be
you.
honest. So I have my kid makes most of what But yeah, kid is not around. It's off to a party,
Oh, what? Hold on.
and
Kid's not
and
where?
I would
Kid's not
and I want to
around.
make something.
Where?
The kid is right now not around. She's at a party. She's a teen, right?
Right. Oh, dig.
Yeah,
Cool. Cool.
she's
Well,
with
then,
her friends.
you're optimizing then while she's away. You're
Yeah, I'm
honing your
optimizing
skills.
myself. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
very sick.
Well,
Oh,
there
I
you
love it.
go. Cholana. Good morning, Cholana.
Buongiorno.
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 What are we doing today? Did we find the back door?
I did not find the back door. I found the front door, but I was not optimized enough.
I know, me neither.
So, and I did not find the back door. I was like, I tried everything. So Tick is right now wondering what the hell is going on. I'm gonna send it to Tick.
Yes, what is this?
So if you are subscribed to Bark and Shibo, you would have gotten the alpha on the new mint. And
Oh, the
we need the
XRP?
password. We need the password for this. I sent you the link.
Is it the Ethereum mint or the X? It's the Ethereum mint then I'm assuming.
The Ethereum mint,
Oh, okay.
yes. So I sent you the link, and then we need to find the password. So we all found the password, I think, pretty quickly, but a lot of us were not optimized enough. The only one I know that got in was Crash and Sam. That's the only ones I know of. Do you know any more, Cholena?
No, but I just hope that the back door doesn't imply uh, bribing.
Yeah, right. Yeah, through the back door. Yeah,
What
you
a
Yeah.
tried.
sick
You tried
interface.
bribe.
I love
Well,
this.
I tried to bribe everybody, but no, it didn't work.
So here was the deal, Tick. You drop your ETH wallet for Bark and Shibo in their on their post, their subscribed post,
Uh-huh.
and so you have to find the password, punch in your Ethereum wallet, and then you get to see if it worked. If it worked, you get a different message than what I was getting. But yeah, we need to optimize. So that means that we need to max engage, or else we have to go through the back door, whatever. And that I think is a different password. But I tried nearly everything, and at one point I just gave up.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Let's
So
see. So it sounds like we
so
need to
now you know.
brute force it.
But there is like the biggest brutal mint coming, you guys, on ETH. From this. You have no clue. Just you have no
Really?
clue. You can join. You need to engage though pretty hard, and you need to be subscribed to Bark and Sheepo.
Yeah, I
So
was in Tall Space the other day when they were talking about basically using a fresh Meta wallet, MetaMask
yes,
wallet
fresh. Yep, yep, yep.
to be eligible for the mint. Um, so yeah, I was just space hopping the other day, meeting new people, and they were talking about that. But yeah, I don't know. I don't really know the details on like the launch or anything. So they're not going to be Doginal Dog NFTs though, right?
No,
They're different.
no, it's a free mint, completely free, including gas. So as
Sick.
free as it can be for the people who deserve and are optimized. So that's what we come down to. That's what we come down to. So yeah, I think everybody in the Dojo community was kind of busy with that like all day. Everybody stayed up. I mean, a few actually throughout the whole night, trying to. I might still give it a few goes. Maybe we'll get another hint or something.
Hmm.
Or else it's just gonna be an indicator that we should be sweeping the floor if something lands on the floor to begin with, right?
Hmm.
Yes. So I don't know if you know the what was the collection called again, Cholana? Because I might say it wrong because I just butcher everything that sounds different. Cholana, Cholana. It's gonna be the baby um,
Baby fidenza.
baby Ferenza. Yeah, that's it. So I don't know if you know that collection, Tick.
Hmm. No, I don't.
Well, look it up. So Fidenza, right? Fidenza
Baby
NFT
Fidenza.
by Tyler Hobbs. No, that's just Fidenza.
Fidenza.
And this is going to be a baby Fidenza or something like that. if I understood well. So
Mm.
everybody in this space, when you hear about this, this is what's going on in the background of all of it. There's a brutal mint coming up. I mean, one of the best mints of Ethereum is going to happen very very soon, and we're all hunting the white rabbit, right, to get a spot on that white list because it's going to be a free mint. So there's going to be some hard requirements for you, right? Just like the Dojo dogs were once a free mint and now hold the floor of $4,000 or $5,000. Most of them are even in the range of $10,000 to $12,000, right? So this is going to be a free mint too, but it's going to be yeah, it's going to have some high demands for yeah, so that's why we need to chase that freaking white rabbit, and I'm on it because I'm
Um,
pretty sure I'm gonna do it.
Very nice. I'm curious
Going hard.
how much lower you think Bitcoin is gonna go.
You want to talk? You want to talk about Bitcoin?
God, it's crazy. One fourteen
I'm
point
talking about
six.
Bitcoin right now. I told this morning the high 113s, like a wick in there, right? But almost did. Not enough though. There's a little bit sitting in the CME gap that was not filled. And I know that this is a CME glitch basically, because this is one of the few times where it showed up in a different price range on different charts. And so then you take all these charts combined, and then you come that there's a little bit of the gap left in the 113 range, a high 113s. And so it just wants to, it's gravitating towards that, right? Clearly. And then the dominance is up to 62% at the same time.
Damn.
So we're all feeling that pressure. We're looking so good on Monday, right? And then no volume comes in, and then we all just know what happens next is that the
Hmm.
price is going to drop, right?
Sky starts falling.
Yeah, price starts falling when there's no volume, you guys. And
Wow.
then it's when that happens, you get some dips. You might be want to look into buying,
Yeah.
right? And except for my the only one that was pumping so hard and still
ESX.
pumping so hard. Yeah,
Yeah. I
yeah,
picked up some ESX last week when we
crazy.
were talking about it, and so
Yeah,
that's
I
been
mean
basically
for a
my
blockchain,
hedge.
yes, not a meme token, and a new layer
Yeah.
one blockchain,
Yeah.
right?
Having a
Pumping
layer
so
one
hard.
blockchain. So yeah, it's
Yeah,
working as a hedge actually. That's kind of
yes. Also,
crazy inadvertently.
if you look at that chart, there is some excellent hats off to the market makers there. There are some excellent market makers, and you cannot win from these market makers. Don't try and swing this chart. This is not going to work out for you well, right?
Yeah.
There's some excellent market makers on there. It's fabulous. So,
And
yeah,
is that a very that's a very bullish indicator if while the market is pulling
yes,
back the way it is, and then
yes.
this is actually performing
Oh, yeah,
outperforming pretty much everything. It's up
yeah,
13% on the daily, which is incredible.
yeah. Well, it pumped to 21%. So we are in different time zones because it started already to pump
Mm,
earlier, and
uh-huh.
then your day hasn't shifted yet. So for you, it's 13%. For me, it's up 21.
Wow, okay, yeah. Right. That's crazy. Yeah.
Right. But yep. Very good, very good. I'm very happy with the State X. We kind of been telling you about it for a few weeks now. That ticker ESX with the Solana pair. There's an ETH pair. You can buy straight from the website. You could also get it on Kraken if you're in certain countries. You can also buy it on Maxi and on HTX. It's available there. And there's one more big tier one listing coming in soon. We know this, can't say what. And there's two other tier two listings following up on that. And all together will be combined with a very aggressive marketing strategy that will unfold. That's what I can tell. Cannot give any details now, but that's just what's going to happen, you guys. And they are massaging all of that ahead by pumping against the market so hard, and they have excellent market makers. I just cannot express that enough, right? I love that. I love what I'm seeing. That's so great. Yes. Oh, forgive me if I'm a little bit low on the energy level. I had like a whole day in the hospital with all tests and stuff. the yearly things that need to be tested, and try to do it all in one go. But I need to come back next week because it's going to happen in one go. Too long. So I'm a little bit drained, from just being there all day. When you're in a hospital, you need to go here and there. All sorts is really draining. You need to wait every time. But yeah, let's talk about some bullish stuff. I'm seeing more and more of the stupid community on my timeline, which is a bullish indicator, right?
Yeah.
I have to reverse the matrix.
Yes. Yeah, I've been seeing the other day when I was spaces hopping, Fully Ported was jumping in, a few of them, and some of the stupid crew. So yeah, they're increasing their presence on X for sure. I'm seeing that as well as they continue to build the community and try to onboard people. It looks like very bullish on the
Yes,
community. If
yes.
Lucid, if you want to come
Oh,
up and
Jesus.
give us a little uh, shill, we'd love to have you come and talk about the project.
Yes, absolutely, guys. We are going to keep this space a little shorter so we could also, you want to come on stage and just vibe out? Totally doable too. You want me to look at some tokens for you? You want to share what you're holding, what your portfolio looks like, or what the next season? Oh, I do have some alpha.
Ooh,
I do have some alpha. I do. I
yes.
do. I do. So there's a team that I know that wanted to launch this for a little bit. I know two people that are in it that I know, and they were kind of giving me the heads up. X is always downstream from Telegram this way, right? And so they already have some of the preview of the utility ready. It's in their TG. The problem is that they haven't decided on the chain yet. So I cannot give you a chain. Cannot do that. They're discussing that. I think it's bullish that they do, right? That they're not just going for, oh, we need to be on Solana's volume and then forget that there's a ton of um, competition, right? They're looking for the right chain for this token. They pick two, and they have a hard time now coming to make a decision on that. But nevertheless, they opened a TG for people to join up already. If you, how do I get this to? If I send it to you, Tick,
Uh huh.
can you then put it in the
Yeah.
comments? Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
because I'm somehow misaligned with all because I was at the hospital the whole day. I kind of took the MacBook and some other stuff, and I'm kind of misaligned here, so I
Yeah.
can't do both.
Yeah. No
All
worries.
right, let me.
Send me the link on Telegram, and
Yeah,
I'll hook it up.
yeah. So when you're there, you know the ticker already, right, and everything. Um, mm, Let me go into what is this alpha? This is no alpha. Somebody's saying this is alpha. I'm like, no, get out of here. This is alpha. So look, I'm getting a fair warning here. I don't know what this is going to do, right? I have no clue. I know it's a good team. I know that they want to build something for the long haul here. But look, everybody for themselves. This is aping, right?
Mm.
So I'm going to give that disclaimer right here. Yeah,
Oh,
send
here
you
we go.
it.
Froge?
Yep,
Froge?
yep, yep. Well, I didn't want to mention it so
Mm.
loud because I don't know if they want to take her out
And then do you want
by
me to
and
put it?
large.
Go ahead and put it on the live stream then, right? You want me to pull it up?
Yeah, you
Uh,
can pull it up. You can also put it
put
here
it in
in
the
the
comments,
comments
right?
of the
Yeah.
space. Yes. Maybe keep it a little bit on the low. I don't know. Look, you guys, I have a lot of things that
Oh,
were
it's
shield to me like this that go to multi-millions. Yes. I also have things like this that just don't work. So I don't want to be flying a big flag, right? And that's why I said it's like you don't know with these things. I know there's good people there, but I have seen good people and good projects also fail due to market circumstances and other stuff. So I really want you to carry your own weight with this one
yeah,
and
for
decide for
sure.
yourself.
For
That's what I
sure.
always say. Yeah, I'm never hard shilling anything, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to be aping, but that's all that I can say. Because
Let's
with these guys, I like to take a chance, right?
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, Aubrey was already in the TG like immediately.
Yeah, yes,
I was
because I
like,
said
damn.
this morning too, like who wants the TG link and send me
Oh,
DMs when you
oh,
told
I
me,
was
yeah.
like, how are they already in there?
Yeah.
Oh,
I
that was
got some
funny.
of the village in there already.
Sick.
I know Taijin got his village in there already. So he's also part of the team.
But it's not on a chain yet, right? It hasn't been launched.
No, hasn't been launched. Yeah, hasn't yet to launch this. And yeah, they're looking for the right chain. And we don't know. So I don't know. They're not going to give me an and which one, right? They're going to
Hmm.
drop that because they know I'm going to speak about it.
Um,
So yeah.
what's the like lore on it? Do you know anything about Dev? Any other
No.
projects? Okay,
Well,
just a fire
I do
ticker.
not know. I do not know the def. I know it's a team. They have
Mm.
some onboarding rituals. The ritual is ended. There's a giveaway. There's some things going on. They're right now just building some community or initial community here, and everybody who lands there early, yeah, SCA is going to be dropped in that TG, right? So that's how that works. And so even though I don't know the developer, I don't know what they're going to do with that. I do know two people on the team, and I spot more people that I know in that TG. So I'm like, all right, these two people I know. I know they deliver great work. So I'm betting on them, right? I'm aping.
The memes are really good in their TG.
Yes, it's really good.
Yeah,
So yeah.
really
So it's
degen
fun.
like the like
Yes,
classic like Matt Fury
classic
type
DJ.
art. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Damn, these memes are really freaking fire, and this is what I'm talking about when like I'm not trying to sound like a hater or anything, but we get a lot of projects that come through here, and this is a project that hasn't even launched yet. And look at the amount of content that they have and the quality
Yeah.
of the content. It's like it just
Also,
goes to show.
the welcome message. I see that
There's a
Tick has
bunch of
joined. The prophecy clearly had low standards.
oh
Put
yeah,
a smiley emoji. I mean,
yeah, it's so funny. I saw they have a bunch
yeah,
of witty little things that are just like
yeah.
funny and well thought out and stuff, and it's like um, it's very evident that whoever's putting this together, it's not their first rodeo. Um,
No,
you know what I
no.
mean? But they're doing
Yeah.
things right, and this is like the things that it's like if you want your project to succeed, if you don't, yeah, by not creating any
All right.
memes.
So,
Mhm.
so this is. I'm just needing to clarify. So I do not know the dev. Haven't met him. And
Right, right.
possibly I kind of missed my chance to meet him because I
Mm.
didn't have time when they had a meeting. But I know when a dev is looking for a good project, he hires members from it for a team to do different types of stuff because a good developer recognizes that he's not doesn't have the time maybe or isn't even qualified to do certain stuffs, right? And so I know two team members, two people that I know are in that team now, and I know they deliver very good work. So that's why I say, the combination of this team is different because they are hired out, so they do more projects, right?
Hmm.
And so but I do know their work, and it's great. And I know that these guys only work for people who are serious about full porting this, right?
Yeah.
And so that's why I said that's why I bet on these people. But then again, that's why this is never 100%, you guys, because you can have good people, good narrative, the good chain, and then the weather condition of crypto changes, and then everybody is on vacation at the same time. I don't know, something, you can never tell. There can be something that just um, yeah, tackles just destroys the best things, right? Straight out of the gate. So yeah, you never know. That's why you see these bigger blockchains, especially look at Monad, look at what Estate X is doing. They're keeping their shit in their test nets because the market condition ain't right. They know, right?
Hmm.
And they wait. So Monad possibly does it end of September. I think Estate X is going to be do the same because they predict sideways, maybe sideways down for Bitcoin in September. And then October pumps. So they're getting ready just for the last pump on Bitcoin, right? So they're trying to time market sentiment a little there. And I think it's bullish. If you're 2 years out like Sui, yeah, then go ahead and launch and build community and do all that and then steal the show. right? But if you're later in the cycle, then you really need to watch, because people get highly emotional here, and a lot of people give up just before the pumps. It's always darkest before the dawn, right?
Mm-hmm.
I have seen a lot of people around me. I've had DMs. I even real life people saying, "Yeah, I left crypto. I sold it all. It's this is not gonna happen. It takes too
Mm-hmm.
long." And I'm just sitting there like,
Yeah.
"What? Huh? This is what?" Because
Talk about
here is where it
delusional.
hurts. But here it hurts the most, right?
Mm-hmm.
People saying all season, all the time, and you're just sitting there with your bags, like, "All right, all
Yeah.
right, all right," right? And all season will happen, and we cannot time all season on the day. Nobody can, even I, right? So, but I get it. You get tired of people, but I know all season is not coming, because I know certain things need to happen. But on your timeline, there will be tons of these influencers going alt season. As soon as there's a pump on Bitcoin, boom, alt season, right? And
Mm-hmm.
it's you get so drained. At one point, you don't believe alt season is ever going to happen anymore, because it's just so over saturated,
Yeah.
right? Oh, I see that Ryan guy is from the Netherlands, Amsterdam too. I knew he was from the Netherlands, not Amsterdam. It's fun. All right. So it's we're getting so oversaturated with how hard things can pump all the time, and it kind of makes you lose your religion. Right? That's why I always say, like, oh, they're out again calling for alt season. Now we're getting close up on alt season, but there's nothing happening yet. Dominance still too high. Anything above 60% is absolutely pressure and not alt season. And then when that pressure drops just a little, it's going to be ETH that we're needing to watch. And ETH needs to pump over 4K. If that rips to 5K, when we get the 4K, and then when we get over and retest that 4K and then move to 5K, I see a move like that coming for ETH. Then we're gonna look at things a lot differently. But until then, no. It's just like the people calling for meme season. No, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's not. We clearly see when the dominance drops, it's the layer ones that are stealing the show. Now, certainly there's some memes escaping the pressure there. Sure. And there's blue chip memes that will pump with the market. And you can make a portfolio simply based on meme coins. You can do that, but then you got to risk manage the blue chip memes, the higher market cap with the lower market cap, in the same way that you would with utility. But then usually the meme tokens are a little later in the game, not straight from the gate. Um, so right? That's just the thing. Same with NFTs. You buy what is bullish right now, right? Because it takes a few more months into alt season before these NFTs really take off. And then we'll get to see some weird stuff happening in the market. Then we're getting things that are overpriced, right? Overvalued by a lot. We saw it happen with the Bored Apes, right? And like I said, people were making so much money that they were buying a rock NFT worth $200,000. That's crazy. That is crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, I've told you this story about my dad's friend that he was holding $750,000 of Bitcoin, and during the bear season, this was a few years ago. During the bear, and it was down. He needed money, and he didn't see. This was when Bitcoin was at like $25,000 or something. So it had gone from like $65,000 down to like
Yeah.
27,000 or whatever. And so he sold because he needed money and he thought that it was going to keep
Yeah.
falling. So he wanted to like recover what he had in there because he thought it was going to zero. So he pulled it all
Yeah.
out and lost $500,000. He lost $500,000 because
Yeah.
he was stuck. He was left with the remaining $250,000, but $500,000 got liquidated because he sold for a loss. And that story has always like resonated with me, that like when I'm going through a dip or whatever and it's pulling back even like 85%, I'm like, okay, well, I gotta hold tight or I buy more. Like I'm like, I don't want to become a statistic. I don't want to do what he did on any level, even if it's like
Well,
$100.
it's, I said it this morning too. 95% of you here in this room and in any room and
Won't
spaces that
sell.
you go to, you better change your name to retail slash exit liquidity, because that's what you're gonna be. You're either gonna rotate or sell early, sell the bottom.
Yeah.
And they know this. They know this. I read an article this morning when they again are pointing towards that 60-70%. So there's something about 60-70% that the big money looks at slow money, slow money. Big money is also slow money. They call retail fast money, right? Fast holders, short term holders, long term holders, short term holders. That's by all means, it's you, right? And it was me, not anymore. But it went as soon as I saw all of that. So here's the thing: they wait, they sell the top, which retail aped, and then they're gonna wait till about above 60% sells at a loss, and then they're gonna put money back in because that is for them the floor. Now, also they do this in reverse too. Again, this 60-70% then shows up, right? But then in reverse. So when 60-70% of the retail is not there, and they are just waiting for these to come back and top blast, and that is something that retail,
Yeah.
aka short term, yes,
No, I know exactly what you're talking about because it's like, oh, it's up
yeah,
20%. I should buy again. And it's like
yes,
that's
yeah.
it's back to its top again,
See,
and institutional
it's
money's
still
gonna
working.
liquidate.
Yes,
Yeah,
Bitcoin is not broken. It's still working. Let's ape here.
yeah,
And that is something that you just can't get out of people's brain. It's very, very hard. It's very counterintuitive,
yeah. Well,
right?
and I'll give you an example where there's sort of an exception to that. So with Estate X, I was waiting for it to start rallying up because it was in a downward trend after that launch. So I needed to wait for it to like find a floor, and stability
Yeah.
at 0.15 was basically like my target, which I feel like that
Okay,
was a
so
good target to set
yeah.
because from there it's pretty much only gone
Yeah,
up.
but you don't need to target stuff like this.
Right, it's a layer
This is
one.
so
I get
low
that.
cap. Yeah, I started buying at 0.0088. Now, I was going to be like, all right, how far is this falling? I'm
Hmm.
just going to put in little and increasingly more. Means that I'm going to buy more of the floor because it's a new token. After that initial launch, I don't know how hard it was going to dip, right? Most of the times, these things are going to be down from their pre sale price. That's why I never enter pre sales. I'm just having patience.
Yeah.
So I eventually bought the most at 0.006674, and so my average therefore was 0.0070. And I just kept adding when it hit that. So it rallied all the way up to 0.0294, 479. So that was like a good 3x. And then took some profits, and then I just calmly waited for the bottom and
Hmm.
just got that 0.0113355. But
Nice.
initially, I didn't know where the bottom is either. Can't
Right.
predict that.
Right.
So a DCA a little, right? Is it still down? Down more? Okay, a little bit more, and then the most at the bottom. And I shot all my gunpowder at that last dip that it had right before the rip, and I kind of told everybody that was going to be the dip too before the rip, right?
Hmm.
And so a lot of people got in there from my village at least.
Yeah. Anything
And
below two cents is, for a layer
oh,
one
for
is
this,
out of control.
oh
Yeah.
no, this is anything
It's a
under
steal.
this is yeah, this is gonna kill some zeros. Gonna be dollar. This is like getting Sui at like 10 cents. This is ridiculous low market cap for a blockchain. Right?
Mm.
If you go to that TG, there's like almost 80,000 people in there.
Jeez.
Yeah, don't want to be in there. But yeah, a bullish on it, but best newcomer, I think. Also, they have like straight up utility that is rocking the boat here. So listen to an AMA. For me, this is going to be a longer hodl. I think I'm going to trade this a lot more, right? Not just this coming all season, but I might just look back on some dips there after the fact, right? But yeah, let's tackle all season first, right? Quarter four. Now there's a lot of speculation, and this is speculation because when we trade, we want to trade on history, and so history tells us that every cycle is about 4 years, and so this is the last year, and we're heading into the end of the year. So based on that, we should be doing ugly pumps end of the year, right? There's some worry that retail is not there. I'm not worried about it. It's the more they're not there, the harder they're gonna come, right? That's from one extreme, the pendulum will swing. It's just that is that going to be the top then for Bitcoin? Everybody expects that top to be for Bitcoin. However, the mechanics of Bitcoin this year looking a little bit different than they did before, and 4 years ago, and 8 years ago, and so on. Because there is now a little bit of FOMO amongst countries and institutional money about the amount of Bitcoin. I guess they are getting pretty much enlightened to the fact that there is not enough Bitcoin, that there's only 4% left to mine, and that the last one to be mined out is going to be in 2140.
Wow.
Yes. So there is not enough. What's being bought, what's being mined on the daily is already not enough right now. So basically, we're heading into a bottleneck with Bitcoin. And when is that going to happen? Well, that's speculation. But when that happens, and if that would happen at the end of this cycle, then we're looking at a prolonged bull run, because there's only one country, that a bigger country or a few small countries, that need to decide like, hey, we're going to have Bitcoin in the reserve. So we're going to buy 1 million Bitcoins, and then it's a bit, because it's in the reserve, it's going to be hodled, and then boom, right? Bottleneck is here. And so yeah, it could be, but that's all speculation on things that could happen, right? So you're looking for, you're looking for a white swan event is instead of a black swan event, and we cannot just trade either, right? We have to stick with what we know. It's the same with your token, with a meme token, especially. Yes, it could moon really hard, could also not, right?
Mm.
So there is that. Yeah, yeah. But it's the bottleneck is gonna come. We know that is gonna come just by the metrics of Bitcoin, and everybody is just trying to time that a little bit.
Yeah, it's a weird um time in the market today. So it's Friday. Yeah, it's just I
Yeah,
feel like
very weird time.
it's such a weird, yeah. I feel
Yeah.
like the uncertainty level is like very high. But it's like we are it's like did everyone forget how high the risk appetite was just like a week ago? It
Oh,
was like
yeah.
people could not be separated from their money
But
quick enough,
that is, yes. And now,
and now
look, buying
everyone lost a
buying is
bunch of money
easy.
probably, and
Hmm.
so it's like they're like, okay, well, I need to slow down this
Well,
week, rent's due.
lost, but okay, this is also the psyche,
Yeah, yeah,
because you haven't lost shit until
right,
you pull the trigger.
right,
What you buy is potential. You need to really, you're buying
exactly.
potential.
I was just talking
It
to someone
has a
about this.
value that shifts on a daily.
Mm-hmm.
That value can go up and down. But you look at it like, oh, my portfolio from 110K is now worth 95K. I lost
Like you spent money.
15K.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you have lost damn shit. You never pulled the
You're
trigger, so
holding
you
a
haven't
different
lost.
asset instead of
Yes, you're
fiat.
holding
You're
a
now
different
holding a
value.
digital asset.
Exactly.
Yes. So
Yeah,
once you kind of come to that understanding, I feel like
yeah,
it can ease up the feeling like you're being separated from your money. It's like you're not. You're
yeah,
actually
exactly. Not.
exponentializing the potential of your
Yes.
money.
Yeah, exactly. It's potential.
Yeah.
And it moves on the daily, so it doesn't remain the same. And so that's why I always say have a strategy, an entry strategy and an exit strategy, and it should look like your DCA in and a DCA out, and a DCA out is in reverse, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you don't have to worry about it. Then you are actually maxing out on that potential, very much more likely than just clip and buy 100%, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then clip it, and then that is not helpful at all. First of all, you're not learning how to trade well, because you're gonna do that behavior everywhere, and you're gonna come to price impact and lose money this way. Yeah. You're also gonna be aping the top without protecting yourself from ever adding to your bag a little bit lower before it pumps. So you're in profit sooner, right? Saving your bag, call that.
Yeah.
And so this degening around with 100% bag all the freaking time is really unhealthy behavior and not smart behavior if you want to become rich over time. So
Yeah. What did
um
you call it? When you double down when the price dips again, did you say balancing your bag?
no, saving your bag, you're
Saving your
saving your
bag.
bag.
Yeah,
so
I've had to
so
do that a
here's
few times and it helps
yes,
so much. Like
yeah,
you pointed that out to me and in my head,
yeah.
I used to think I'm like, well, like the philosophy or like theoretically that would work, but I wasn't ballsy enough to like try it cuz I was afraid of it backfiring on me and I
No,
just DCA'd into the floor as it was going down
yeah,
or whatever. And then when it would pump up, it's like, okay, now I'm in like profit more than,
straight profit.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. So that
that
dynamic,
works.
once you
Yeah,
kind of like find that balance too, I mean, that makes me like so much more confident moving forward with
yeah.
my DCA because I'm like, okay, it's
Because you
not
can
for
always save
nothing.
yourself,
Yes.
and you can save yourself. So, and then if you're degening, you can do this trick too, right? But
Yeah.
then to exit the trade. So let's say this token is dying, the big pump is in, right? And you bought topish, right? And now the price drops. Then look at the RSI. When the RSI floors, you're gonna put in some more, and on the first pump, as soon as you're in the green, get the fuck out of there because that chart ain't going nowhere.
Yeah.
So, and possibly rug after. So this is how you can save your money. If you would have just stop loss, you would have lost it. Now you can regain some on a pumpy, right? By shooting at it at the bottom. There's always going to be a pumpy because people always believe things will come alive, right? That you're going to have this with Bitcoin too. When Bitcoin top is in, you always see that Hail Mary pump, and it is a Hail Mary pump because people still believe no, bull market's not over, bull run is not over, right? And they kind of say that because they ape the top and they kind of want price to come back for them.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes price comes back close to the top and then drops because there's not enough and the bull run was over.
Yeah.
Right, and so that happens in meme tokens too. That's just because you what you see on a chart is emotional um, and psychological human nature playing out. And so that Hail Mary pump, you can then exit the trade there with either a little bit of profit or your bag intact, and then look for the next green patch, right? If you're into that kind of stuff. But to DCA on the bottom, yes, and then you're immediately up in profit. And then over time, all these alts, they all did 20, 30, 40x, even in the bear market. So your portfolio would have been Gucci, right?
Mm.
So there's that. But let's say hi to Big. Big's on stage with us. Good morning, Big. Big is not available. Let's go to
Yeah,
oh
yeah, yeah,
GM.
James, yeah. Nice
GM.
GM.
to be here.
Hey, good to see you again.
Yeah, nice to be here. I appreciate being here this evening. It's evening in my country, Nigeria. GM
Yes.
Y, GM Tick, GM Jobiak,
GM.
and everyone here. So you talked about the bureau. That's my own intake too. This year, this circle is going to be a long one because the government that love crypto is in power. So with that, many countries are going to, kind of get embodied, and because of that, the run is going to be a long one, but it's not going to be business as usual. Everything's not going to pump at the same time. Some coin will pump, while some will not pump. So some will do very well, some will not, because we have more token now than before.
Well,
The
a
liquidity
lot,
is not
a lot
enough.
will pump, but not at the same time.
Yeah, it's not going to be at the same
Yep.
time, and that's my intake for the run this period.
Yeah. So there's a a rhyme and reason to alt season. It's not that black and white as I say it, but it's kind of the red line, I'm sorry, in the story. And that is we have Bitcoin pumping, then ETH will follow. Both of those are very important to flood the alts, right? And then we call it alt season. Dominance will drop on ETH. As soon as ETH tops out, the rest will quickly top out. And when I say the rest, it's going to be the layer ones. Your blockchains are going to go first. All the layer ones will go first, right? That's not to say that there is no blue chip meme pumping in that area as well at that time. Sure, but your other lower cap memes and utility are pulling up a little, but their big top outs will follow up later. So it's a layer ones, layer twos, then utility, then memes, then NFTs. That's basically the rhythm of alt season. It's not that black and white. Some things maybe the narrative, the AI narrative probably will pump in between some and it overlaps a little bit, but that's usually why we are preferring to have what we call first movers in your portfolio because you kind of want to have these first movers so you can already take profit, then take that profit to utilities, 10, 20, 30x that profit again, go play memes, 20, 30x there as well, maybe 100x, maybe you get lucky, right? And then people are going to have so much money that they're going to buy these NFTs worth $200,000. But you needed to have your portfolio ready with first mover advantage. Now, sometimes we can look for other first movers. We can identify those already, right? Clearly, for gaming, Nakamoto Games has been pulling up with Ethereum and other layer ones like Solana. So you see that move. Pepe pulls up on Ethereum very much and also on Bitcoin. So that's a identifiable first mover, right? So you can have tokens that move with the market already, and you can flag those. These are first movers, right? There's also blockchain, some layer ones. Not all layer ones will get this advantage. It will be the top 10. And then you're going to look for the top 10 of blockchains, and these will be what? First movers. So you want to be as early on the ride of all season as possible. And so that's why I say when you only hold meme tokens on low cap meme tokens, yeah, you're going to possibly lose your religion because everything is going to pump. And your tokens might do 20, 30%, but not the ugly pumps that you're going to see around you. Yeah. So that should tell you people are taking position in your token, but the majority, the FOMO is not right on that subject yet on the memes. So then you have to wait. But probably you won't be waiting. You're going to sell your position, possibly at a loss, to ape other stuff and chase volume. And that's something that you should not do in all season. Volume comes to you. You should have had your picks already, then volume is going to come from ETH to you. And then you're going to pick something. So let's say in Solana, you hold some Solana coins or you're eyeballing some utility there. Solana pump, you take your profit, boom, and then you write the train of the utility, and then after write the train of the memes, right? So that's how you should do it, or else you're gonna have to wait, and then you're gonna chase volume, and you get wrecked because you're gonna ape tops. I've seen this happen last bull run. A lot of people were aping tops and then they needed to round trip and some things never got back up again. And so they lost money instead of making money or barely making any money, right? They were playing with 5K and coming out with 15, 20K. That's not big money for alt season at all, right? You need a 50x to 100x your portfolio in alt season. That is the mission. So, Jobiak, good morning.
Hi, Wild. Good morning to you. Although it's not morning at my end. It's evening. But GM, hi,
Same
Tick.
here.
Hey,
Same
GM.
here.
Good
It's
to
eight.
be.
It's 8 o'clock
GM.
here at night. Yes.
Oh, really?
Great to
Yeah.
see
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
again. Welcome back.
Yeah, thank you. I was just about to say that. Good to have me here again. I think it's my second time here, so I want to streak with you guys on your spaces. So GM to you. Good to be here
Yeah.
again on What Seeker. Yeah, I'm here to get the alpha and show you guys. So great being here with you guys.
That is
Yes.
so
Well, you're more
cool.
than welcome to be on stage and to also stage farm a little bit because the game on X is to what? Engage, right? You
Mhm.
need to be engaging. Say hello to people. Good morning. The more you do that, the more your content that you post will get eyes as well. This is how it works. We're gonna talk a little bit more about that tomorrow. I got monetized now in a week and a half, right? So it's
Awesome.
perfectly doable without an app or people selling you an app to do this. It's actually very so simple, and I only had like 20, 30 comments a day on some things, right? So, and I got above 1 million views a day on stuff. So, realize that your replies are also content, right? So it's just content delivered on somebody else's post. So you got to make it applicable to the post, right? And show some love there. And don't comment on things you don't like. Don't feel pressure there.
Mm.
Only go for the things that you like, because if you like it, you get more of it, and that's a good thing if you like it, not if you pretend to like it, because then you're gonna get a lot of stuff that you really don't
Hmm.
like, but now have to force yourself to comment to, right,
Yeah,
on your timeline.
I
So
remember
don't do that.
you
Yeah.
telling me about that like kind of early on, just not to like go ahead and just follow everyone because I'm gonna have a lot of stuff on
Yeah.
my popping up on my timeline that I'm like, okay, this
Yeah.
is weird.
You may not want.
But Jobiak, I am just so impressed with everything that you're doing. All your Sui posts, your videos of you basically talking about why you have conviction on different projects and all of this. And I feel like if more people did what you're doing, we'd be in a better place with crypto just in general. I think that it's great what you're doing, and this is like what the future holds. I feel like more and more people are going to start doing this. We see Murad doing the same thing. We see Alex Becker doing the same thing. The big players in this game we see doing this, and the fact that you picked up on that and you're following suit, I feel like hats off to you. I feel like that's awesome that you're trying to make a difference in this space and you're trying to educate people. I just kind of wanted to hear from you about maybe what motivates you, what got you into it, and kind of like what projects are you working on?
Okay, Tig. I think what motivated me was there was a lot of persons who were in the Web3 space who found it difficult to like understand what happens in Web3, how to learn things in Web3, how to learn about a blockchain, a project. Those people who, when they read a thread, they find they even when reading a thread, they can't still assimilate what the thread is talking about. So when you make a video content for those kind of persons, it's easier for them to understand because they can hear you talking. They can you're communicating with them from your end to like one on one. You're communicating with them one on one with a video, so it's easier to comprehend and learn about projects and blockchain when they are hearing it from a person's point of view rather than just a text or a thread. So that's what prompted me to start making video content. And so far, I've been able to work with like 2 to 3 projects making video content for them. Like Born Play on Sue, I made a video content on how to play the game because some persons were onboarded on the game but didn't know how to navigate the game site, how to earn flames and all that. So I had to make a video content showing them how to play the game on Born Play. Then I also made a content for sunft.phone. It's a website where you can just create your own NFT and own it in your wallet. You don't need to. There's no listing, no marketplace. You can create these NFTs by yourself with just 0.25 SU, and the NFT will be in your wallet. So I worked with them and created a video content for them. So far, but I'm still open to working with various projects talking about their stuffs. Making it more easier for persons to understand what happens in the blockchain. So that's it. Take.
That is so cool. Great job. Yeah, very nice work. I really love what you are doing. And oh, these graphics that you have posting too, are you creating all these computer graphics as well? I was just curious.
What graph is that? Okay, yeah,
So you posted one an hour ago with the lady with the braids with the skirt in the top. It's like a
yeah,
3D rendered.
yeah, I prompted it.
Very nice. Yeah, the great work. It feels like you're picking up on like all of the uh, ways to kind of like create a brand and build the brand. I see that's what it looks like you're doing, and the fact that you're I don't know how to put it, like doxing yourself or using your face or yourself as like your brand image. I think that that's awesome, and that you that you're putting yourself out there and that you're doing something different, making your own lane. I said that before, but I just wanted to say great work and tell you to, keep it up, basically. Maintain that passion and that conviction. If you're on fire for these things, stay that way, and don't let, the bearish days discourage you. Keep that passion ignited in your heart. You know what I mean? So great work. Keep it up. I really like what you're doing.
Thank you, Tiff.
Yes,
Yes.
absolutely, right? This is the way to go. Also, that you're showing. I mean, look, I have met a lot of people from Nigeria over the time. How come it's only the ladies in that country that are falling forward, right? That are willing to put their feet forward and maybe make a mistake or two, whatever, but learn from that, build on that, right, and move forward.
Hmm.
And it somehow just it escapes me. It really,
That's a good point. Yeah.
but for real, it never fails. At one point, I was like, "Am I seeing this wrong?" But no,
Well, guys are
these ladies are all
boneheads.
like freaking on it,
Us
right? Yeah.
us guys just love to to goof off.
Well, look, the guys, they're on it too. They want to be,
Yeah.
but they don't have the way, right? But the women find the way. It's kind of like, yes, they are getting it and moving in a direction, right? And even making a mistake. Also, part of that is trying to articulate yourself better, which is going to happen if you're going to speak more English, because that's just, look, I'm not a native English speaker as well, but you get better if you speak a lot in public, right? And then you need to have no shame, right? But we need to understand you. Everybody needs to understand each other in this space. So I cannot expect to just come here with a heavy accent and then people um, understanding what I say. So that is part of it, right? And that is optimizing. I hate to say it, but it's optimizing, right? You're gonna fall forward. You always fall. You can. There are no mistakes. That's why you fall forward. When you fall, you're actually moving forward without realizing, right? And always ask for feedback. What can I do better, right? What do you guys think? Can you, right? And then take that criticism, align it with yourself, right? And then uh, change if you want to, and not if
Sui
you
Network.
decide that the criticism was not correct, right? But you got to be open to these things to begin with. But I see a lot of people from that country, in particular, that the ladies are always standing out, standing up, and moving forward, making money. I know some that made bank. Yeah, yeah. I know some who are a couple of them I know, and for in their country, completely. They built their portfolio up to almost $100,000 over the last 4 years.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah. And for
That's
that
awesome.
country, that is a lot. That's why I say that's how the only successful people that I get success stories from are the females in the country. It's like, Jesus Christ, you guys are freaking killing it, right?
Hmm.
Out there on the hustle. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, so I commend you. You're welcome in our space anytime, but I also recommend you go to other spaces. But look, we're gonna in a little while from now, we're gonna do for content creators a blue check mark gift, right? And so you really need one, because here's the deal: when you get that blue tick, you can get monetized, you can get subscriptions, you can make a little coin, and with that, you can actually pay upkeep your blue tick, right? And maybe in your content, there's something that you can then
Web3
generate
or
income
a
from,
centralized
yeah, in your
challenger.
subscriptions, right? Something like that. So I
Sui
don't know
Network.
what it looks like for you, but you kind of, it starts all with that blue tick. That is going to be important. So I want to make that available, that we can do a giveaway for a blue check. All right. So, yeah, you guys, with that, I'm kind of drained, right? I need to get ready for tomorrow because I'm looking for some trades. I did trade CKB today for a long, and it got a little bit of a wiki up, and then I was like, this is going nowhere. I'm going to close it. and but still a good 4.5% pump there. So on a 20x long, that was pretty sweet. But that was the only bread made today. So I gotta get up early and do it all again. So I'm gonna do the outro. Is there anything you wanted to share before we go?
I think that's it. I'm still working on some applications, different video generators, blog generators, content kits, and image generators, all sorts of like really crazy stuff. So if anyone wants access to any of this and wants to join us in our Telegram, please send me a direct message and we can figure something out.
You get an invite. Also, tomorrow the space is going to be about that content creation, right? And also, follow the white rabbit, right? Follow white rabbit. Engage where you can, right? Be on that list for the mint. Drop your ETH wallets if they ask for it. If I start asking for it, right? Just engage. We need to know who, right? We need to know who. So when you see a post about a rabbit, just go ham. That is the alpha right now. Yep, yeah, that is it. Here we go. Oh yeah, it would be nice if I turn on volume for this. So tomorrow we're gonna be space around the content creation. I really appreciate everybody for being here. You know, the market was red, right? There we go. What's the ticker?
What's the ticker? Where's it at?
What is the ticker? Where's it at? I got crypto in the bag, send the CA in the chat. Gonna ape another fact. Got a runner on the map, Solana sniping like a gat. And the SOE is moving quickly. I'm the squeezing where they at. I'm trying to bring them in back. 1,000x is gonna land. I got it chilling in the back, and the gas fees are gonna slap. Where's the ticker? Where's it at? Yes, you guys follow each other if you have not already, right? It's important to make friends here on X. Let's go, Tick.
Thank you so much, you guys, for joining us today. We will see you tomorrow. Stay bullish, my friends.
White rabbit.
Let's go.